discuss the biggest stories that affect you and I. With you in mind, we facilitate lively discussions, debates, and interviews on the topics that matter most to you and I. From social justice to economic empowerment, education to healthcare, governance, and more. Tackling tough topics and amplifying your voice. Join the conversation and make your voice count. The people's voice. Make your voice count.
This is African News on Voice of the People Television, where we don't just bring you the news, we bring you Africa's heartbeats, the policies that shapes our world, and the economy that determines our future. African News on Voice of the People Television. Stay with us.
Join us as we drive into the world of politics through insightful interviews with prominent political figures, both serving and former governors, ministers, senators, legislators, party chieftains, activists, and analysts. Get first-hand information into the decision-making processes that affect our daily lives. Highly engaging one-hour program that brings political discourse into focus.
I am Chukwuma Okoro.
Political Lens, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Join us.
Voptv. Now, you have more than a voice.
Lagos State is stepping up efforts to ensure every resident has access to affordable health care with the formal inauguration of the Lagos State Health Scheme Enforcement Team. The move marks the beginning of full implementation of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's executive order, making enrollment on the Ileriaco Social Health Insurance Scheme mandatory. Officials say the policy is designed to end out-of-pocket spending that has often forced families into financial hardship during medical emergencies. The head of service, Olabode Agoro, says enforcement will begin within ministries, departments, and agencies before extending to local governments and private sectors.
A strategic engagement with heads of agencies was convened on the 11th of December 2025 to secure institutional ownership of the executive order and ensure alignment across government MDAs. The engagement was facilitated by the Parastatals Monitoring Office, and it provided a unified platform to clarify expectations, harmonize approaches, and build a common understanding enforcement framework.
He adds that such civil servants must now present proof of enrollment during monthly staff fail to comply.
For any staff, the salary will be withheld.
At the federal level, the Director General of the National Health Insurance Authority, Dr. Kelechi Ohire, praised Lagos for aligning with the national drive for health sector reform, describing insurance as a key tool in preventing what he calls health poverty.
When I heard that today the enforcement team was going to be inaugurated, I decided to fly into Lagos this morning, not just to witness it, but also to offer our support and solidarity as we move this forward.
Officials of the Lagos State Management Agency say the scheme offers a range of plans, including options for senior citizens and residents in the diaspora, to ensure inclusivity and sustainability. The state government says the enforcement team will operate with professionalism as Lagos moves closer to achieving universal health coverage. I am Monica Okolo, reporting for VOP.
When I first heard VOP, I thought they were talking about me because I'm a voice-over personality. But no, this is Voice of the People TV, and you are riveted forever because this is the place to be.
Yo guys, your boy Chella. Shout out to VOP TV. I love you guys.
Salut, salut tout le monde. Suspect 95. Là, on est sur VOP TV. On passe un bon temps. J'espère que vous kiffez. On est au Afrima. On est ensemble. VOP TV.
Don't see me like a fool because I don't do giddy giddy giddy. VOP, you don't know somewhere from Ghana representing live and living color. Yeah, Beam Nation President. Outside with it. Bless up.
Hello, this is Milo from Ivory Coast. Keep watch Voice of the People TV. Regardez la voix du peuple, la télévision de la voix du peuple. Que Dieu vous bénisse. À très bientôt. Love you so much.
Hi guys, what's up? This is Gaze Baba. I am watching VOP TV. Usually you be told to not touch the dial, but I tell you to touch the dial and increase the volume. Like, keep it locked. It's Afro Gospel. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shego Aronzo. You're watching VOP. Don't change the dial.
My Joe, fine girl. My Joe, fine babe. Only are you, but on the Fuji Monsu. Yes, don't touch the dial. This is me, Dr. Adiwala Iba. Keep watching VOPT.
Africa is on the move, a continent of rising voices, untold stories, and powerful transformations. From the streets of Lagos to the heart of Nairobi, from the mines of Congo to the tech labs of Cape Town, the African story is being written every day. Bold, dynamic, unstoppable. This is African News on Voice of the People Television. We don't just bring you the news. We analyze and bring you Africa's heartbeat, the politics that shapes our nations, the economies that drives our future, the cultures that defines who we are, the voice that must be heard. Africa News, Africa's voice, Africa's future. Where Africa speaks, the world listens.
Hello there, my name is Damilola Ogunsi, also known as the Goldfish.
Hi, my name is Chiki Bright Emmanuel. I'm an actor and a filmmaker.
Hello peeps, my name is Yomi E. Adejimo.
Hi everyone, I'm Paul Utomi.
Hi everyone, my name is Stacey Benjamin and this is Voice of the People TV.
I need you to keep it locked to VOP TV. See, I'm looking for good entertainment. You want to get good movies, good music, politics, talk shows, sports and entertainment. You really want a channel that gives you everything you need without you having to run around. VOP is where you are. That's Voice of the People.
If you're not listening to this, you're not one of us. And you deserve to be killed. Scrap charge. Don't be killed, but to find you. And I want you.
And you are locked on VOP TV. Don't go nowhere. This is where the juice is. This is where all you need for entertainment, politics, movies, and whatnot.
And keep watching VOP TV.
So keep it locked because I'm locked already, man, and it's money back guarantee. So you're gonna have a good time because I do.
And please keep watching VOP TV.
I won't want to actually, I beg you, subscribe, watch it. If not, whatever you see, you see.
You better not touch that dial because VOP is the plot.
The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz, music, fashion, interviews, and more. Spotlight on Voice of the People Television. Let's feed you with all the juicy stories in the global entertainment space, bringing you the glitz and glamour as it is hot. Stay tuned to Spotlight, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. Spotlight on VOP TV. Entertainment like never before.
My name is Tao Familoni, and here's to VOP TV. Keep watching, stay tuned, do not touch that dial.
Arararara, my name is Made Kuti, and you're watching VOP TV. Keep watching.
Welcome, my name is Zika Davis. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, boys, viewers, everybody, boys and girls. This is VOP TV. Do you know what that means? Voice of the People TV. You don't have a voice, don't come here. You better make sure your voice is.
This is Health Check, your weekly guide to better living, smarter choices, and trusted answers. From everyday wellness to urgent health issues, we've got you covered. Health Check, only on Voice of the People Television, where your health has a voice.
In a world where truth is the ultimate power and opinions scream the loudest, it's time to wade through the noise.
Hunger no get tribe! Hunger no get religion!
And scan the human interest and trending topics that matter. Stay tuned to The Issues, your plug to the stories making the buzz, from politics to science and technology, social justice, and more. Let's tackle the tough questions and expose the truth. The Issues on Voice of the People Television, Mondays to Fridays, 8 to 9 p.m. The Issues. Don't just react. Understand.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to GT Fashion Weekend, and we are live here at the Landmark Center. We'll be bringing you everything sweet and trending and people looking gorgeous. And today is day one, and people are ready, coming out in their beautiful attire and looking so elegant. So stay tuned. Good evening, beautiful lady.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm fine. As you can
Not the
see.
energy I expected. You are in GC Fashion Weekend. It's the avenue for you to express yourself.
I'm good. As you can see now. I'm so fine.
Obviously, you have. For me to call you,
Yeah.
so I can tell you 100%. You're looking so pretty, natural.
Thank you.
And all ensemble together. Classic. So let's meet you.
Same here.
Can we meet you?
My name is Bidemi. I'm a fashion designer. I made this dress.
Come on, can you do a 360 for us? Whoa. Okay, so that's amazing. It actually looks off the rack. We never could have thought that it's made. And that's what GT is about. It's trying to make us understand that Nigerians are doing well.
Yeah,
not just Nigeria,
we're good.
Africa, and the world at large.
Yes.
So, how's it been so far?
Well, amazing. It's my choice, so I love what I do. I love it a lot, so it's been good.
Okay, so your day one at GT Fashion Weekend, how's the experience been like for you?
Actually, I don't know. I just got here, but it's been. I like what I'm saying.
Did you register for any of the masterclass?
No.
Okay, so are you looking forward to have a one-on-one in any of the masterclass today?
Yeah. I look forward to that.
Okay, so enjoy the rest of your evening.
Hi, my name is Ifnaya. I'm a broadcast journalist. I'm also one of the radio hosts right here at the GT Fashion Weekend.
So how's it been so far? It's the one, and everyone is coming out in their colors and attire.
Yeah, I love how expressive we are when it comes to fashion in Nigeria. I believe that Nigeria has grown in recent time and it keeps evolving to be a fashion center for Africa and by extension the world. So just seeing people be very expressive on day one, I can't wait to see what day two has.
Okay, so looking at the fact that the way GT started, and this program has always been like, okay, come out, express yourself. People have been doing that before now. And what's that one thing highlight you're looking for this year?
I'm looking forward to the master classes because one thing I love about the GTCO brand is they ensure that they're giving you premium quality. They are looking through the beauty fashion industry within Nigeria and then Africa and then globally. You know, the current masterclass, Melissa, I believe, all the way from Detroit. So I love that they're bringing quality to ensure that they're impacting knowledge as well.
Okay, thank you very much. To enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, you look breathtaking. This is actually
Thank you.
well put together. So can we meet you?
Thank you.
Can we meet you?
Mature.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a fashion stylist and a designer.
You represent what?
Thank you.
So how's the experience of GT Fashion Weekend for you?
I mean, this is GT Fashion Week. We always expect the best and they always come with the best, you know. You can look around and I feel good about it though. I always feel good about fashion. So this one is not different.
Okay, so as a fashion stylist, what has it been so far? Looking at the aesthetics that people are putting together, excluding yourself, because it seems you came to win the whole Grammy Award here.
No, to me, I feel like there are no rules to fashion, and certain people have different things they represent. Okay, so I feel like fashion is a platform where you come and explore yourself. To me, it's more like art. You get it? So I see certain people, they dress simple, but I would say this is not cool because that person now has something that he's trying to show, he or she's trying to show. So looking at the whole environment, I think people just do their thing and it really makes sense because we're not here to look alike.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so we're here to come with our own personalities, you feel me?
And you could tell that people's personalities are shining through what they're wearing.
Sure.
And yours is giving hold money vibe.
Something like that, yeah.
So like,
I like the boomers generation. So I love to transition to the old school and vintage kind of lifestyle, you know.
And it's actually very amazing.
I'm Faith, our fashion designer from Liberia.
Oh my God. So you came all the way from Liberia for this program?
No, actually not, but I have been witnessing GTCO Fashion Week for years back in Liberia, and this is my first GTCO Fashion Week. It feels like a dream because I've always wished to be on GTCO Fashion Week.
And you did well, amazingly.
Thank
Your
you.
aesthetics are superb.
Thank you.
So I assumed this is designed by you?
Yeah, this is designed by me.
Did you style yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so this is a representation of who you are.
Yeah, this is a representation of who I am, my brand, and where I come from. If you look at the back of my outfit, there's a Max description on the back of my outfit. Where I come from, we have different types of traps in Liberia. So most of my outfits, I want for people to know who I am, where I come from, and my identity. So almost all of my outfits, I usually have a Max description there, so that when people ask me, I'll be like, yeah, I'm from Liberia, and this is my culture.
Oh, that's really amazing.
Yeah.
And that's sweet to know that you put that together. So as a designer, what has your experience been for looking at the aesthetics that people are pulling together here today?
Can you come again? I didn't.
Like the aesthetics people are pulling together today, like what they're wearing.
Yeah.
Everyone is identifying who they are.
Yeah.
Some are simply dressed, some are glamorously dressed, some are dressing retro, some are doing old vibe money and the likes. So what's your own take on what they're wearing?
So whether simple, classic, bougie, or whatever people dress in, I feel like everybody have their own aesthetic. So it can be simple, it can be too high or not too high, but everybody looks good in their own way, and they are so beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. So looking at the fact that you have the semblance of gems, stones on you, are you saying that Liberia is full of riches and gems?
Yes.
She just confirmed to us that Liberia is full of riches and gems, and I'm going to go dig my hand fortune from there.
You should come to Liberia.
Is that an invite?
Yes, you are invited.
Okay, thank you very much. We hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and the day 2 of GC Fashion Weekend. Okay. So have an amazing and a blast time.
My name is Taiwo Olatunji or Layomi. I'm a model and a 3D artist. And yeah, I just came here to have fun, look around, see fashionable people, like-minded people, and yeah, that's basically what I'm here.
That's good to know. What inspired your outfit?
My teachers. It's honestly like an office siren look, and I just like pinstripes. I really love the patterns. There isn't really much that inspired the jewelry. I just like this because it's really cool.
It's giving Halloween vibe.
Yeah, it's like a Halloween vibe. Yeah, so that's basically what inspired it. It's just nice and clean.
Very clean. I must agree with you. You know, looking at a lot of people wearing a lot of things today, I could see some having confused fusion in their outfits. But for you, I give you that clean check because this is well assembled and it's giving classy. So thank you very much for representing well. So where are you from?
Like
are you Nigerian?
Yes, I am. Okay. I'm a Nigerian.
So is this your first experience with GT Fashion Week?
Yes, this is my first time here.
So how does it feel?
It feels great. I think what I like the most is that I'm seeing a lot of like fashionable people that isn't just limited to my phone screen. Like I'm not just seeing them on Instagram. I'm seeing them. Okay, you people actually dress well in real life, like him. They're everywhere. So yeah, that's just nice.
Okay, so thank you very much. We hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy probably your day too if you're still gonna be here at GT. And we might still catch up with you.
Yeah.
My name is John Ikechukwu Agoha.
I love that. The way you sound. So what do you do for a living?
I'm a gospel artist. That's what I do.
That's interesting.
Then I'm a fashion consultant.
Okay, that speaks on your outfit.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so what's your experience been so like in GC Fashion Weekend?
It has been good, fun, seeing people, different class of people, categories, crazy people, normal people.
And all the people assemble together in one spot.
Yeah, in one spot. And GTB has been able to manage everyone, every Dick and Harry. It's all good.
I agree with that. Okay, so is this your first time?
This is my first time. I've never been here.
Okay, and you agree that this experience is amazing or not?
I think it's for the young ones. For the young ones.
Well,
yeah.
not bad. Because
for the young ones.
By tomorrow, I could tell you it's for the whole money because tomorrow we will never see on stage.
Yeah.
Because this is my 5th year, and one is always the youngsters always come out and they always come and flex. They too, the whole money is then come. And at that time, even though the young ones, they know they get space like this. So today is a day to shine.
Yeah.
So let them shine. Okay, so for someone like you that is a fashion consultant and you've seen a lot of people's aesthetics so far, what's your take on it?
I think fashion is taking over. Fashion is taking over. It's taking over fast. But I think the only problem I have is the casts. They are not being paid what they ought to be paid. Because models, how many models make a living from modeling? I was a model when I was in school. I was a pinup modeling model. So I could tell you when I was in school, we made more money from modeling. Right now, it's just a lot of things is happening in the modeling industry. A lot of sexuality issues and all that is happening in the modeling industry. In our time, was not like that. I don't know if they have it, but in our time was not like that. But right, I just feel that models should make money from out of what they're doing.
Okay, hopefully the models got to make more money out of what they make. I could tell you for free that this is a crazy industry, and now people don't only pay for you because you have the physique, you have to have something good to offer.
Yes.
So thank you very much, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your evening at the
so.
Fashion.
My name is Anmol. I'm a content creator and I'm also a chef and a student.
So in case you want to eat, you got the right plug, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your take on the GT Fashion Weekend?
Honestly, I'm just coming now, but I'm expecting colorful outfits and creativity and beauty and essence too. So I mean, there's a lot to actually witness.
Okay, so are you, is this your first year or?
Oh, this is my second time here.
Okay, so if you're going to make a compare and contrast with this, the previous year and this year, what's your take?
Okay, I came on the Sunday, like the last day. So this is my first time of like coming for the first day actually. So I'm not expecting I know the last days are always very crowded. So it's still it's beautiful. I love the aesthetics and all.
Okay, thank you very much. We hope that you get to enjoy the rest of
it. Oh yeah, sure.
So what inspires your outfit?
Basically, my shoe was the main thing, and I used the shoe to be inspired.
Oh, that's actually very amazing. So, did you have anyone who designed your aesthetics, or you did it yourself?
I did it myself. It's all me.
Whoa! This is massive, guys. It's not easy. Okay, so today is day one of GT Fashion Weekend, and you're here. How's the experience been so far?
I just came. I can't say much, but I have been. This is like my 4th year here, and it's always been so good. So I'm expecting better this year.
Okay. Sorry that I'm going back to this, because looking at your aesthetics, it shows one thing. Which profession are you?
I'm a model. And I'm a general creative, to be honest.
You can see what I'm saying, right? You agree with me?
I'm a general creative.
Okay, so as a model, what's your take on GT Fashion Weekend?
I feel like it's the best thing since sliced bread for us models and creatives. I can't even lie, because you don't get to showcase your style that much in this country, and a place where you're allowed to do that. Anybody can be anything today, and the days where we have the GT Fashion Model Week, it's like one of the best things ever.
Okay, so let's kindly introduce yourself.
I am bee, like the insect, and I do bite.
That's really amazing. Thank you for the wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
My name is Liz Fashion.
Oh, so what inspired your outfit?
I inspired it, and this is actually my brand that I'm wearing.
Liz Fashion World.
And it's the fact that you're representing the color of GT.
Right, like I literally just planned this outfit, but when I was about to leave the house, I said, oh, it's GT's color.
This deserves an award.
Right.
Honestly.
GT should give me an award.
You deserve it.
Thank you.
And looking at your aesthetics well put together, it's actually gold and it's pretty and classy. So if you would say, rate yourself on a 1 to 10.
I would rate myself 100, of course. 100 out of 10.
I agree with you, because this trust me, when I saw you from afar, I'm like, oh my goodness, who is that beautiful, gorgeous lady? And your hair, your aesthetics, your lip especially, it's quite popping, and it makes it stand out, and it makes me feel like this person understands fashion.
Yeah.
And I could see from afar. I didn't have to ask you what you do for a living.
Right.
I could see from what you're wearing that, oh, this is who this person is, and you represented well. So looking at GT Fashion Weekend, how do you feel about it?
I feel good. I feel really good, and the fact that I get to see a lot of people, witness a lot of fashion styles, it makes me feel good, honestly.
I feel good. Don't mind me, this is not me. Scott.
This is the fun part of her.
Okay, so for someone like you, would you say you have anything you expect from GT Fashion? What to this particular season?
I've not even gone inside to see what's happening, but obviously
because
I expect
the
the
outside
best.
is bubbling and it's already
really,
100.
Yeah, so of course I expect the best.
The best is gonna be sad. So we're gonna say enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy the rest of your day at GT Fashion Weekend. Hello, Your Royal Majesty.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Can we meet you?
Yeah, I'm the modeling king. I project fitness, culture, and royalty. I mean, as an African, I represent all the kings in Africa, and in fact, all over the world. You know.
Oh, so we have king of all kings in flesh. I agree with that. Okay, so what inspired your outfit?
Yeah, you know, it's just the African masculinity. The goal was to project, you know, every African young person or African man are warriors. So it's to project that warriorness, you know, in the public, you know. So and then mixing it with the culture and then with the royalty and all, you know, to just make the vibe more interesting. And that's why they call me the modeling king. So this is like the modeling king brand. Yeah.
Okay, that's very nice. Okay, so what do you do for a living?
What I do?
Yeah.
I mean, as I said, I'm a king, so I represent all the kings. And aside from that, I mean, I'm into the entertainment, fashion, models, and I mean, I do a couple of things on the side, like business, you know.
In case you don't know, it smells rich. It's not just looking rich, it smells rich. So I'm confirming that for my audience.
I feel
for them
you.
to
I feel you.
Okay, so is this your first time in GT Fashion Weekend?
No, it's not the first time. I was here the last time and it was all crazy. So, I mean, unfortunately, I couldn't make it up here on time, but still, I just wanted to come to show them that the vibe is still actually there, you know.
And the vibe is very much accepted by we, the pretty ladies, on the red carpet. So thank you very much. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
I better pass me my cup. I just want to have fun. I know.
Voptv. Now, you have more than a voice.
To know the happenings in the maritime sector, join us on the program Maritime Frontiers on Voptv as we discuss key areas in the maritime sector from aquaculture, maritime transportation, maritime labor regulation, oil and gas exploration, ferry and passenger insurance, marine pollution and prevention, port operations and lots more. Maritime Frontiers, exploring Nigeria's blue economy.
Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing Voptv. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. Voptv on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television. Voptv. Now you have more than a voice.
Welcome to the locker room, the home of football talk that matters. I am Jerry Arpehon. Join us every weekday, Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. Nigerian time, as we share the hot takes and hot debates in the exciting world of football. And joining me are the usual suspects, Ikechukwu and Mayowa, as we break down all the hot takes and everything that's happening in the football. Don't just watch football, live it with us. Catch us on the locker room and Voice of the People Television at 5 p.m. Nigerian time. And like I always say, if not 20 minutes off, with the sport.
Behind every broken deck lies a broken promise. Education shapes the nations. But who is asking the right questions? Introducing Edu Dialogue, the show that goes beyond the surface, exposes the cracks, the corruption, and the silence in Nigeria's education system. Edu Dialogue, Saturdays, 3 p.m., only on Voptv. We break the biggest stories, from missing funds to policy failures. We ask the tough questions and demand real answers. Edu Dialogue, this Saturday, 3 p.m. on Voice of the People Television.
We encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Voice of the People TV. Also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at Voptv Live. Visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. Also watch us live on SLTV channel 264. Voptv, Voice of the People Television.
Aliko Dangote is a Nigerian businessman and industrialist. He is best known as the founder, chairman, and CEO of the Dangote Group, the largest industrial conglomerate in West Africa. The Bloomberg Billionaires Index estimated his net worth at $16.1 billion as at November 2023, making him the richest person in Africa, the world's richest black person, and the world's 107th richest person overall. Dangote was born into a wealthy Hausa Muslim family on April 10, 1957 in Kano, which was then part of British Nigeria. Through his mother, he is the great-grandson of Alhassan Dantata, the richest person in West Africa at the time of his death in 1955. Dangote received a bachelor's degree in business studies and administration from Al-Azhar University in Cairo. The Dangote Group was established as a small trading firm in 1977, the same year Dangote relocated to Lagos to expand the company. Today, the Dangote Group is one of the largest conglomerates in Africa, with international operations in Benin, Ghana, Zambia, and Togo. The Dangote Group has moved from being a trading company to being the largest industrial group in Nigeria, encompassing divisions like Dangote Sugar Refinery, Dangote Cement, and Dangote Flour. Dangote Group dominates the sugar market in Nigeria, and its refinery business is the main supplier to the country's soft drink companies, breweries, and confectioners, supplying about 70% of the market. The company employs more than 11,000 people in West Africa. In July 2012, Dangote approached the Nigerian Ports Authority to lease an abandoned piece of land at the Apapa port, which was approved. It is now the largest refinery in Africa and the third largest in the world, producing 800,000 metric tons of sugar annually. The Dangote Group owns salt factories and flour mills and is a major importer of rice, fish, pasta, cement, and fertilizer. The company exports cotton, cashew nut, cocoa, sesame seeds, and ginger to several countries. Additionally, it has major investments in real estate, banking, transport, textiles, oil, and gas. On May 22, 2023, Dangote commissioned the Dangote Refinery, Lekki, Nigeria. The plant plans to export surplus petrol, turning Africa's biggest oil producer into an export hub for petroleum products. It also plans to export diesel, according to Dangote, who funded the refinery's construction. The refinery is situated on a 2,500 hectare site at the Lekki Free Trade Zone, Lekki, Lagos.
It is supplied with crude oil by the largest subsea pipeline infrastructure in the world at 1,100 kilometers long. Dangote founded the African continent's largest cement producer. Aliko Dangote is regarded as an astute businessman with diverse interests who has contributed to the economy of Nigeria and West Africa immensely.
That makes the society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. Voptv, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
Well, hello and welcome to News Hour on Voice of the People TV. I am Vivian Oguche. Before we begin the news, kindly visit our website, www.vop.ng, for fresh and trending news. First, the headlines. Leaders unite to celebrate Nigerian women. IGP names Anthony Placid as new first PRO. NLC flags questionable 20 billion naira TCN deals. Peter Obi officially joins ADC. Group demands release or arraignment of El Rufai. One dead in Oworoshoki Expressway accident. On the foreign scene, Pope calls for end to Middle East bombing. Well, in business news, CBN orders banks to assess loan portfolios. Sports news, 6 clubs advance to quarterfinals. And in entertainment, Afrobeat star Kwati releases new song, supports Amoba Foundation. Today we begin News Hour by joining the rest of the world in celebrating International Women's Day, a day to honor the achievements of women, recognize the progress made towards gender equality, and inspire change for a brighter future. So political leaders across Nigeria are uniting to celebrate International Women's Day with a strong call for gender inclusion. Senate President Godswill Akpabio led the tributes, describing mothers as God's greatest gift and pledging that the National Assembly will push for stronger investment in women's economic and political roles. Well, in Anambra State, Governor Chukwuma Soludo is marking the day by reframing women's empowerment as a strategic investment rather than mere charity. He noted that his administration is already driving this change through the One Youth, Two Skills initiative and expanded financial inclusion programs for mothers and daughters. Joining the call, the Lagos State chapter of the APC has reaffirmed its commitment to widening opportunities for women in governance and trade. State officials highlighted that Lagos continues to lead with high female representation among commissioners, permanent secretaries, and high court judges. From the legislative chambers in Abuja to the state capitals in Oka and Lagos, the message remains clear. Empowering women creates a multiplier effect for national growth. Leaders concluded that building a prosperous society depends on ensuring every woman can walk shoulder to shoulder with her male counterparts. And as Nigerians join the rest of the world to celebrate International Women's Day, a global observance to recognize the achievements of women and the ongoing push for gender equality, this year's theme, Rights, Justice, Action for all women and girls, calls for stronger efforts to eliminate barriers and then continue to limit the opportunities and rights of women across the world. Our correspondent, Nena Dumtuoto, tells us more.
Across the world, March 8 is set aside to celebrate the achievement, resilience, and contributions of women. It is a day set aside not just to celebrate women, but also a day which brings to the fore conversations of gender equality and how to create a more gender-inclusive world for all. From boardrooms to classrooms, markets to political offices, women continue to shape communities and drive development. However, the United Nations says women globally still have only about 64% of the legal rights the men enjoy, underscoring the urgency for reforms and stronger protections. Also, in many countries, the law allows for early and child marriage, which erodes the full potential of about 12 million girls annually. This year's International Women's Day theme, Right, Justice, Action for all women and girls, highlights the need for concrete steps to remove legal and social barriers preventing women from reaching their full potential. Speaking on the significance of the day, some women say a lot still needs to be done in terms of equality and opportunities.
This is that time of the year for you to walk the talk, because it's beyond emancipation from the oppression of other gender, but it's about taking action. Even while we are asking for equality for women to women as well, it's important that we give other women, particularly the younger women, so we can gain bolder versions of ourselves even as we age and grow older.
We've gotten our rights. We want to see women taking action. If you are abused, don't keep quiet. If your right is being treaded upon, make sure the world hears it. Take what is yours.
International Women's Day is not only a moment of celebration, but also a reminder of the work still ahead.
Nobody achieves success, nobody achieves breakthrough without penetrating into the environment that you need to achieve success with. So we use the roadmap that has been laid out with a fine blueprint of where we are headed actually as women.
Do not let anyone decide for you what you want. You can be whatever you want to be. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve. You can go as far as the presidency.
As the global call this year emphasizes right, justice and action, advocates say real progress will require stronger policies, equal opportunities, and a collective commitment to gender equality. Nenna Ndomdioto, Voptv.
Nina, thank you. Well, in Edo State, Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development has commenced a series of empowerment programs to mark this year's International Women's Day celebration. The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Eugenia Abdallah, said the initiative targets vulnerable women, widows, and young girls while promoting gender equality and social justice across the state. Our correspondent, Rhoda Jani, has more.
State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development has commenced a series of empowerment programs to mark International Women's Day, themed Rights, Justice and Action. The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Eugenia Abdallah, said the initiative is aimed at supporting vulnerable women, widows, and young girls across the states. Speaking with journalists, Abdallah reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to building an inclusive society where women and the girl child can live with dignity, opportunity, and hope. She also called on government institutions, stakeholders, and community leaders to strengthen collaboration in promoting gender equality and social justice.
It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this press briefing as we mark the celebration of International Women's Day 2026, a global event dedicated to reorganizing the achievements, resilience, and contributions of women and girls across the world. This year's theme, Rights, Justice, Action for all women and girls, as adopted by the United Nations, calls on governments, institutions, and communities to accelerate progress towards gender equality and ensure that the rights of women and girls are protected, respected, and fully realized. In Edo State, under the visionary leadership of His Excellency, Monday Okpewolo, the administration has continued to demonstrate strong commitment to advancing the welfare, protection, and empowerment of women, children, and vulnerable groups. The Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development remains at the forefront of implementing policies and programs that promote inclusion, protection, and opportunity. The state government has intensified efforts to combat gender-based violence through improved coordination with law enforcement agencies, civil society partners, and community leaders. Establishment of sexual assault referral center, capacity building for government and non-governmental actors, awareness campaigns, survival support mechanisms, and policy initiatives that have been strengthened to ensure that women and girls live free from violence and discrimination.
Rhoda Johnny, Voptv News.
Well, turning to other stories now, the country has a new force public relations officer as Anthony Okon Placid replaces Benjamin Hunde. The appointment was approved by the Inspector General of Police, Tunji Desu, following a recent police hierarchy reshuffle. Hunde, who served since 2015, made the announcement on Sunday. Placid is a seasoned officer with experience in operations, intelligence, and international peacekeeping. He has also studied law and diplomacy and attended several professional leadership courses. Originally from Akwa Ibom State, Placid started his police career in 1996 and has served in various strategic roles across Nigeria and abroad. He is married with children and enjoys sports and music in his free time. Meanwhile, the Police Service Commission has strongly dismissed viral allegations suggesting that senior police officers paid 5 million naira each to secure promotions. In a statement released today, the PSC described the report as reckless and a deliberate attempt to tarnish the reputation of both the Commission and the Nigeria Police Force. According to the Commission's head of protocol, Totim Joku Kalu, the recent elevation of officers from Chief Superintendent to Assistant Commissioner followed all established guidelines and public service rules. The PSC maintains that the process was conducted with the highest level of transparency and was based strictly on merit and performance recommendations. The Commission further clarified that while the Inspector General of Police forwards recommendations based on vacancies, the final approval rests solely with the PSC board. They have challenged the media outlets behind the report to provide any verifiable evidence of financial misconduct rather than relying on anonymous sources. The PSC is now reportedly considering legal action for defamation. They are urging the public to disregard the misleading claims and encouraging anyone with actual evidence of misconduct to provide the Commission directly through official channels. Well, away from that report, the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC has raised alarm over questionable contracts worth about 20 billion naira in the transmission company of Nigeria. The union warned that these deals could weaken the nation's power infrastructure if not urgently investigated. In a petition to the Minister of Power, the NLC alleged some TCN officials were pushing emergency refurbishment contracts that may violate procurement rules. They called for a forensic audit and urged anti-corruption agencies to probe possible large-scale fraud. The union highlighted examples including nearly 191 million naira to control erosion on a single tower and hundreds of millions for fencing and drainage at substations. They also warned about overstocking of transformers and other equipment at inflated prices, raising concerns about money laundering. The NLC demanded an immediate halt to all ongoing procurement in TCN pending investigation. The Labour Centre stressed that failure to act could cripple the national grid and warned that the patience of Nigerian workers is not unlimited. Politics now. Former presidential candidate Peter Obi has officially defected to the African Democratic Congress as he prepares for the 2027 general elections. During a registration ceremony in Anambra State, Obi declared that the next election cycle will be a battle between ordinary Nigerians and bad leadership. The former governor was joined by Senator Victor Meh and other political allies as they flagged off a massive nationwide recruitment drive for the party. Obi urged citizens to utilize the new online registration portals to secure their membership and prepare for the upcoming polls. Addressing supporters in his home ward of Agulu, the presidential hopeful reiterated that the Southeast remains a vital pillar of the Nigerian Federation. He emphasized that the region is ready to serve and lead a new Nigeria where merit outweighs personal connections. Obi also linked the nation's current security challenges to the rising poverty levels, promising a focus on economic empowerment as a solution. He has now charged party faithful to return to their local wards and act as fishers of men to expand the ADC's base. On the other hand, fresh efforts to end the long-standing internal rift within the People's Democratic Party, PDP, have reached a critical stage as party elders are being brought in to mediate. Chieftain Benga Hashem has reportedly consulted former heads of state, Olusegun Obasanjo and Ibrahim Babangida, to leverage their moral authority in stabilizing the party. These discreet consultations come after months of legal battles and factional maneuvering that have threatened the party's cohesion. Sources drive, which began in January, is focused on finding a political solution to the risks posed by prolonged litigation. The push for peace has gained momentum following advice from the Court of Appeal in Ibadan, where justices urged the warring factions to consider internal reconciliation. Insiders suggest that communication channels between major rival blocs, including those aligned with Governor Seyi Makinde and FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, have finally begun to reopen. While an agreement in principle is set to be emerging to harmonize positions, stakeholders remain cautious as they await formal documentation. With major elections on the horizon, many party members believe that a united front is now a mechanical necessity for their political survival. And ahead of the 2027 general elections, former head of state General Abdul Salami Abubakar has issued a stern warning to Nigerians against the practice of vote buying. Speaking during a Ramadan tafsir at his residence in Mina, the former leader described the selling of votes as unreligious and declared the act haram under Islamic principles. General Bakr emphasized that the power of the vote is a sacred tool for electing credible leadership and should not be traded for temporary financial gain. He further appealed to the political class to abandon the do-or-die approach to elections, urging candidates to avoid character assassination and mudslinging in favor of civil competition. Addressing the current economic challenges, the general acknowledged that the economy is biting hard and commended those who are supporting the needy during these difficult times. He called on the Muslim faithful to use the holy months of Ramadan as a period for deep reflection and prayer for the nation's recovery. The former head of state concluded by urging citizens to carry the lessons of discipline and integrity learned during Ramadan into their civic responsibilities. He maintained that a stable democracy depends on a citizenry that refuses to compromise its conscience for political patronage. And now the Coalition Political Action Committee is calling on the federal government to immediately release former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai or file formal charges against him. In a statement released today in Abuja, the group warned that El-Rufai's continued detention has exceeded the legally permitted window, labeling it a violation of the Nigerian Constitution. El-Rufai has been in custody since mid-February, following his voluntary response to an invitation from the EFCC and a subsequent transfer to the ICPC for investigations into alleged financial misconduct. COPAC argues that the 14-day remand order previously obtained by security agencies has officially expired. The coalition's convener, Aminu Dati Ahmed, emphasized that the rule of law should not be suspended for political convenience, cautioned that indefinite detention without trial sets a dangerous precedent and risks turning the country into a police state where state institutions are used, I should say, to target opposition figures. COPAC is now urging prominent democratic actors and opposition leaders to speak out against what they describe as procedural manipulation. The group maintains that if there is no evidence to support a formal charge in a competent court, the former governor must be granted his freedom without further delay. Well, joining us virtually to analyze these stories is public affairs analyst Ismail Ogunshola. Ismail, it's such a pleasure to have you join us. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, good evening to you. Thanks for having me tonight. Yeah.
You're welcome. So political leaders across Nigeria are uniting to celebrate International Women's Day with a strong call for gender inclusion. The Senate President Godswill Akpabio led the tributes describing mothers as God's greatest gift and pledging the National Assembly will push for stronger investment in women's economic and political roles. Now imagine the Senate President making such gracious comments about women. Do you think this is going to be a reflection of his relationship with Senator Natasha Akpotiuduaghan, who happens to be, or should I say, his arch enemy in the Senate? This is me picking your brains. What do you make of that?
Yeah, thank you. It's quite ironic that you made that last reference because oftentimes when you see all these political leaders or rulers, as I like to call them, release statements about International Women's Day and all and what have not, you tend to realize that their statement is as empty as they get, because what they write in their statement, what they do in reality, right? Because we all can see what is going on between Akpabio and Senator Natasha for the past 1 year now, right? That doesn't speak of any Senate House that respects women, that respects what International Women's Day that they are now releasing statements in support represents, right? Some weeks ago, we saw how the Minister of Work, David Umahi, was making sexual reference to same Senator Natasha. In the case of the woman, Uiri, who alleged Umahi was owing some amount of money, he said that if it was Senator Natasha that accused him of sexual harassment, it would have been understandable. So this speaks to the fact that in that red chamber, this is what they do. In that their inner chamber, this is what they do. So this speaks to the fact that in that red chamber, this is what they do. In that their inner chamber, this is what they do. They subject the few women in that cycle to a lot of sexual harassment and sexual abuse. And this is the only reason why a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, David Umahi, could say such blasphemous statements on international television, right? So this speaks to what they do behind the doors. But when they release statements on the International Women's Day like this, they gloss over it as though they are feminists, they are in support of human rights, they don't harass women, they are not patriarchal. But in reality, they are as patriarchal as they get, right? So nobody should, we make bold to say this, that people like Akpabio, they are as patriarchal as they get, and they don't represent what today, International Women's Day, represents at all in any form or shape, because they are anti-women freedom. And this
Ismail,
this can be seen in their daily reality.
I'd like to come in here, Ismail, because I'd like for us to have a robust discussion on, this issue. A number of issues you mentioned. You talked about Works Minister David Umahi and the comments he made regarding Senator Natasha Akpotiuduaghan. In fact, he's come under a lot of fire for that. But I don't want to dwell on that. You also mentioned the patriarchal environment we live in today. And it's not just today. It's something that's been attainable for centuries now. Do you think it's ever going to change where we see women come, on the same pedestal with men? where it's easy for you to see women president and women governors, where women come, on the same pedestal with men, where it's easy for you to see women president and women governors, where you see women receiving the same pay as their male counterpart, where there is no pay disparity, right? Do you think we're going to see that day anytime soon?
Yeah, of course, it will happen. I mean, historically, in some 60, 70 years ago, even in the so-called the utopian of democracy, where people reverse to as father of democracy, the USA, 70 years ago, women are not allowed to own property. They are not allowed to vote. They are not allowed to own anything, right? Some people fought aggressively, consistently, from the civil rights movement to the Black Panther. They fought for women's rights in the United States of America. And they realized that for struggle. Today, women can vote, women can own property, women can do a lot of things. It was because of the struggle of those people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, it will happen. The struggle today of the so-called feminist group in this part of the world as well will make us realize that as well. It will happen.
All right.
And women would definitely, most definitely, have equal rights as their male counterparts. Although the only reason why it seems difficult is because of the fact that capitalism rules the world, and patriarchy is a stem of capitalism. So this is why I always tell most feminists, you have to be a radical feminist. You have to be a Marxist feminist, because there's no how you stop patriarchy without stopping capitalism. So once we are able to, make have the end of capitalism, patriarchy will stop automatically.
Sounds good. I love the way you dissected this particular, topic. But I have one more question for you. In Anambra State, Governor Chukwuma Soludo is marking the day by reframing women's empowerment as a strategic investment rather than mere charity. Talking about women's empowerment, Ismail, let's talk about customary laws still existent in parts of Nigeria, right? And other parts of Africa, where you have widows being denied properties belonging to their late husbands due to customary laws, where you have some women made to undergo very, very horrific customs. Some women are made to drink the water that was used to clean their husband's corpse and all. Those things still happen. What should women and men as well do to ensure that this kind of horrible treatment being meted out to some women stopped immediately?
In 2023, when I ran for the House of Assembly in my state, one of the pivotal core of my campaign and my manifesto was this oppressive cultural act against women. And this is one of the things you mentioned, when acts against women. And this is one of the things you mentioned, when a woman lost her husband and they are culturally excluded from the property of that husband. All these things must stop. And, it is one of those things that, as legislators, our legislators must act on, because they are oppressive cultural practices. That's how I categorize them. There are a lot of them. They vary from culture to culture, from Yoruba land to Igbo land. They varies, right? They are oppressive cultural practices, and this is 2026. We must stop all of that. You don't tell me that a woman doesn't have claim to her husband's property because she's a woman, right? No, this is 2026. All of this must stop. And, one of the ways we can stop these things is to legislate them into our society. And this is why we lobby for all those things. And this is why it is also part of our own manifesto as politicians. and we encourage other politicians to learn from us and, put this into their own manifesto as well. Every form of oppressive cultural practices must be put to an end. Yeah.
Beautiful, Ismail. What I get from you basically is that the National Assembly must step on this, and there must be legislation to this effect. It's beautiful. Finally, I know you must have celebrated the women in your life, your mom, your sisters, your partner, and all. What will be your message to women as the world commemorates this very beautiful day? Before we move on to something else, what is the message to women?
Exactly. Yeah, so my on a day like this, because personally, I don't celebrate all those symbolism, Women's Day, Men's Day, Youth Day. I don't personally celebrate them, but there's nothing I can do because they are widely recognized and acculturated into our psyche. So, but my message to women on this day is that they should understand that being a misandrist, haters of men, it is anti-ideological and it is counterproductive to the fight against women oppression, because historically, the best of feminists, they were men. Most feminist theories, feminist books that I have ever read in my life were written by men. So there's no way you can do feminism without male feminists. So for ladies who are mostly misandrist, ladies who tend to hate men because of their perceived hatred against men, they should understand that if you want to fight for women's rights, it is a broad fight. It is not a fight against men. It is a fight against patriarchy. It is a fight against capitalism. And you can't be a misandrist if you want to fight capitalism, because capitalism affects everybody, both men and women, right? So we must put an end to capitalism if we truly want to end women oppression. And that's a larger and broader message to every female across the world on this day that we are celebrating International Women's Day.
All right, so if you put an end to capitalism, what's going to replace it finally before I let this matter go?
Of course, socialism.
Socialism
is the,
you think that's going to work in this part of the world?
It will work everywhere. It will work everywhere. The only reason why socialism doesn't work is because capitalism doesn't want it to work. But if the people are resolute that this is what we want, of course, it will work.
Wow, interesting, Ismail, interesting as usual. But away from, that story and all of that, the country has a new first public relations officer as Anthony Okon-Placide has replaced Benjamin Hundeyin. The appointment was approved by the Inspector General of Police, Tunji Disu, following a recent police hierarchy reshuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ismail, I think I lost connection with you for a little while, and I had started, telling you about the other story we're going to discuss. But let me go back and tell you what I had said. It looked like you missed some of the words that I was saying. The country has a new first public relations officer now, as Anthony Okon-Placide replaces Benjamin Hundeyin. The appointment was approved by the Inspector General of Police, Tunji Disu, following a recent police hierarchy reshuffle. You do know that this replacement has made headlines and has caused a lot of stir online, with so many people saying that Hundeyin had done so well as the image maker of the force and that he should have been patted, or given a pat on the back instead of, removed. But hey, there's a new sheriff in town and he has the right to choose whoever he wants to work with, yeah? What do you make of this appointment?
I don't believe that Hundeyin has done a great work for the force. Hundeyin has done a great work for Egbetokun, the former IGP, not for the force, right? Because for every illegality that Egbetokun has perpetuated, Hundeyin has come to the media to support, shape the narrative in favor of his master, regardless of what the people or the populace were saying. So Hundeyin has carved that nature of supporting his boss, supporting his master, Egbetokun, so not the people. So, and we warned on the when he was appointed 6 months ago from Lagos PRO to First PRO, we warned him that he should prioritize the complaints of the people, not his boss Egbetokun. But he did otherwise, and now the end has come back home to roast. So we expected this, and we only hope that the new IGP Disu will keep doing the right thing, just like he has done. Even though we don't believe that the new PRO will do what is right by the people, but of course, like we always do, we keep our eyes on them, and we always demand accountability at every given time.
But can I come in, Ismail? Because you sort of took the words right out of my mouth. You said you already know that the new PRO is not going to perform. By the way, his name is Anthony Okon Placid. Do you have information regarding him? How come you are sounding pessimistic?
Yeah, it is because we understand that system, the police system. It is not an institution that was set up to protect the citizens, but to protect their masters, right? And we don't expect the new first PRO to do anything other than protecting the masters that are appointed him. So, yeah, like I said, we are not expecting anything new. So, but then we'll keep our fingers crossed.
The Police Service Commission has strongly dismissed viral allegations suggesting that senior police officers have paid 5 million naira each to secure promotions. What do you make of this allegation? The police has denied it, but do you think there's no smoke without fire?
Yeah, I didn't get that. Can you come again? Hello? Hello?
Ismail, so the Police Service Commission has strongly dismissed viral allegations suggesting that senior police officers paid 5 million naira each to secure promotions. Now, this has caused a lot of stir on and offline. The police has denied this allegation. But do you think there's no smoke without fire?
Yeah, with our institutions and organizations, when news broke out about them, they always come to deny. But weeks later, months later, everybody come to realize that these things are actually true. And we've seen this play out time and time and time over again. So when you see our police, federal government denying any allegations against them, you should better lean towards the fact that it is actually true, right? And for me, this is where I stand. That this is more likely the truth than what the force is saying.
This allegation, but if this matter persists, of course, we'll keep the listener posted. But I want to take you to something else, right? The Nigeria Labour Congress has raised alarm over questionable contracts worth about 20 billion naira in the transmission company of Nigeria. The union warned that these deals would weaken the nation's power infrastructure, if not urgently investigated. Juxtapose that to the newly created GAMCO. The president just created that committee to ensure that a grid failure is minimized, to the barest minimum. Can you join these two issues together and have a go at it?
Yeah, I think one thing we don't quite understand as a people is that the problem with electricity in Nigeria or in this part of the world is not just creating a new outfit to monitor the grid or whatnot. It is institutional. We must renationalize our grid. It then means that we must take anything energy out of private hands, because the private companies does not care about electricity for anybody or a poor man. They care mostly about, first of all, about profits. They want to make profits. Whether there is electricity in Shimawa, in Igbora, in Borno, they don't care once they are making their own money. So for private investors, it is more of profit, right? So if we want electricity everywhere, 24/7 electricity everywhere in Nigeria, we must renationalize the whole structure of our electricity, from the Genco to the discos to all of the stakeholders there. We must renationalize it, and government handling every part of it. That's the only time we can start aiming for 24/7 electricity across Nigeria. Without doing that, every other thing they are doing is just performative.
Well, that's the much we can take. And Ismail, insightful as usual. I've got to say thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for
Thanks
saying
for
yes.
having me.
Yes, thanks for saying yes always. Ismail Ogunsola is a public affairs analyst as well as an activist. We'll take a short break and be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. And now the families of two Niger State government officials are making a desperate plea for a rescue operation following new threats from their abductors. Alhaji Ahmed Mohammed of the state INEC and Alhaji Alhassan Bawu Niwaru have been in captivity for over 5 months since their abduction along the Mokwa Ibi New Busa Road. Despite the families already paying a combined 70 million naira in ransom, the bandits have refused to release the officials. The gunmen are now demanding an additional 150 million naira and have reportedly threatened to kill the victims if the sum is not met. The urgency of the situation has escalated following reports that the driver abducted alongside the officials has already been killed. Relatives are now calling on the state, government, and security agencies to intervene immediately, stating they have exhausted their resources after the previous payments. Family members describe the situation as a nightmare, pleading with authorities to ensure the officials are rescued alive before the bandits carry out their latest threat. Now, a tragic road accident early Sunday morning has claimed 1 life and left 6 others injured along the Waroshokia-Papa Expressway. The incident occurred at the Castle bus stop when a commercial bus truck hit a culvert, ejecting a female passenger onto the roadway. According to last mile officials, the victim was tragically struck by an oncoming articulated truck and died instantly. The driver of the truck reportedly fled the scene, while 6 other bus passengers sustained serious injuries, including multiple fractures. Oh, may the soul of the departed rest in peace. And now NDLEA operatives have arrested a former 2-term Lagos State councillor after discovering 40 kilograms of skunk at his Ibejuleki residence. The suspect, Sheleru Sadiq Olaleko, reportedly admitted ownership of the illicit drug and is currently in custody following the intelligence-led operation. The agency's crackdown also extended to Niger State, where officers intercepted 500 pieces of improvised explosive device components. These dangerous materials were hidden inside a white sack on a commercial bus traveling from Ibadan. In a separate discovery, a businessman was caught in Abuja with 1,000 drug pills concealed inside baby diapers, Meanwhile, another raid in Adama uncovered a massive haul of tramadol in a false compartment of a delivery truck. NDLEA Chairman Buba Mawa has praised the various state commands for their vigilance and successful interceptions across the country. And now the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NICAM, has issued a strong condemnation following the arrest of 42 Nigerians in Mozambique. Chairman Abike Dabiri Erewa described the incident as a coordinated roundup, noting that only Nigerians were handpicked from a busy spare parts market without explanation. The commission expressed grave concerns over reports that the detainees, who are confirmed illegal residents, have been subjected to physical assault and the theft of their personal belongings. Some of the arrested citizens are reportedly in urgent need of medical attention following their ordeal in custody. While on the foreign scene, Pope Leo XIV is calling for an immediate end to the violence as conflict between U.S. Israeli forces and Iran enters its 9th day. During his Sunday Angelus prayer, the pontiff expressed deep dismay over the roar of bombs and the growing climate of fear across the region. The situation remains critical as Tehran continues to grapple with thick smoke from destroyed fuel dumps following recent airstrikes. Iran is also reportedly preparing to announce a new supreme leader, while retaliatory drone strikes target multiple Gulf nations. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump has issued a blunt warning to Tehran, stating that the next supreme leader of Iran will not last long without his explicit approval. This ultimatum comes as Iran's Assembly of Experts met privately on Sunday to select a successor to Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who was killed in a joint U.S.-Israeli strike 9 days ago. While Tehran has yet to officially name the new leader, speculation is mounting around Mojtaba Khamenei, the late leader's son. President Trump has already dismissed the younger Khamenei as a lightweight and insists that Washington must have a say in the appointment to ensure regional stability. And now overnight strikes by the U.S. and Israel hit 5 oil facilities in and near Tehran, killing 4 people. Smoke and the smell of burning hung over the city into the morning. The attacks targeted oil depots and a petroleum transport center, which authorities say are now under control. Iran insists its gasoline reserves remain sufficient despite the damage. The strikes are part of an escalating war that began after the killing of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Iran has retaliated with drone and missile attacks across the region, including Israel and U.S. interests. Well, in business news, the long-standing dispute over oil prospecting license 245 has been resolved, paving the way for new oil development. The Zabazaba Itan deepwater project is now set to move forward. NNPCL CEO Bayo Ojulari says the project could increase Nigeria's crude output by about 150,000 barrels per day. He described the resolution as a major milestone for the country and its energy security. Still business, the Central Bank of Nigeria has directed all banks to carry out a comprehensive stress test on their credit portfolios starting April 1, 2026. The move aims to strengthen the resilience of the nation's banking system. Banks must simulate adverse conditions over a 12-month period, assessing risks like loan defaults, governance issues, and shifts in industry dynamics. The exercise will also evaluate impacts on non-performing loans and capital adequacy ratios. All credit exposures, including director and insider-related loans, are subject to the stress test. Banks must fully provide for insider-related exposures under severe stress assumptions. Well, in sports news, the FA Cup fifth round has delivered a series of dramatic upsets today as two lower league sides booked their places in the quarterfinals. Championship side Southampton pulled off a stunning 1-0 victory over Premier League outfit Fulham at Craven Cottage. The decisive moment came in the final minute of stoppage time when Ross Stewart converted a penalty following a foul on Finn Azaz. Meanwhile, League One's Port Vale produced a historic giant killing by defeating Sunderland 1-0 at Vale Park. A 28th-minute goal from Ben Wayne was enough to send the Valiants into the quarterfinals for the first time in over 70 years. Well, in entertainment news, Nollywood actress Sarah Martins has issued an official apology and clarification following a warning from the Lagos State government over her recent street cooking activities. The Commissioner for the Environment, Okumbo Wahab, had cautioned the actress regarding the potential breach of environmental and sanitation laws. In an open letter, Martins clarified that her actions were born out of an emotional reconnection with vulnerable children who had missed her presence. She maintained that the activity took place in a controlled environment near a palace and far from the main road, ensuring no public nuisance or obstruction to traffic was created. And that wraps it up for us on News Hour. Thank you so much for watching. I am Vivian Oguche.
In a world where power shifts with every headlines, news breaks and events happens, we bring you unbiased and explicit information on politics, economy, and state of the nation. We break down the chaos. Facts, not fluff. Truth.
Voptv. Now, you have more than a voice.
Africa is on the move, a continent of rising voices, untold stories, and powerful transformations. From the streets of Lagos to the heart of Nairobi, from the mines of Congo to the tech labs of Cape Town, the African story is being written every day. Bold, dynamic, unstoppable. This is African News on Voice of the People Television. We don't just bring you the news. We analyze and bring you Africa's heartbeat, the politics that shapes our nations, the economies that drives our future, the cultures that defines who we are, the voice that must be heard. Africa News, Africa's voice, Africa's future. Where Africa speaks, the world listens.
My name is Tao Familoni, and here's to Voptv. Keep watching, stay tuned, do not touch that dial.
Arara, my name is Made Kuti, and you're watching Voptv. Keep watching.
Welcome, my name is Zika Davis. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, boys, viewers, everybody, boys and girls. This is Voptv. Do you know what that means? Voice of the People TV. You don't have a voice, don't come here. You better make sure your voice is heard.
We encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Voice of the People TV. Also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at Voptv Live. Visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. Also watch us live on SLTV channel 264. Voptv, Voice of the People Television.
In a world where power shakes with every headline,
In a nation full of questions.
In a world filled with noise, the truth needs a voice.
The policies that shapes our world and the economy that determines our future.
Every
Voptv. Now, you have more than a voice.
In a world where power shakes with every headline,
In a nation full of questions.
In a world filled with noise, the truth needs a voice.
The policies that shapes our world and the economy that determines our future.
Every hour, every day, the grapevine keeps buzzing. And together, we are committed to telling the stories that shape our world because your voice is our focus.
Don't forget, our voice matters the most. Let us come together and share our concerns.
in a world where power shifts with every headlines, news breaks and events happens, we bring you unbiased and explicit information on politics, economy and state of the nation. We break down the chaos. Facts, not fluff. Truth, not spin. We discuss not just politics, but a glimpse into the future. Voice of the People Television. Now you have more than a voice.
Good evening, Africa. My name is Bamakore, actor, model, producer, and I'm giving a big shout out to Voptv, man. Keep watching. Don't change the dial. Thank you and God bless you.
My name is AY, and of course, I represent the voice of the people, and that's why I'm on VOP. AY say so.
Hi everyone, it's your girl Miriam Tima from the Real Housewives of Lagos and the Real Housewives Ultimate Girl Trip Africa. Shout out to VOP, the voice of the people. You already know. Stay tuned, keep watching. And don't forget, VOP is the best.
Alright, hello, it's a boy that's shaking the man fine back with Melanie Poppy Black Skin Boy. This is VOP TV. If you're not watching VOP, I don't know why you're watching. Maybe you're watching your weight. Bye.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Wale Ojo, and you're watching VOP, Voice of the People.
Hi, guys. You already know who it is. This is New Energy. Flyers, whatever, live it. Keep watching VOP TV. Thank you.
Hi, people. Jenny Albano here. Guys, please keep watching Voice of the People.
Do you want your voice to be heard? Do you know that you matter in the scheme of things? The People's Voice, the show where ordinary citizens take center stage as we discuss the biggest stories that affect you and I. With you in mind, we facilitate lively discussions, debates, and interviews on the topics that matter most to you and I. From social justice to economic empowerment, education to healthcare, governance, and more. Tackling tough topics and amplifying your voice. Join the conversation and make your voice count. The People's Voice. Make your voice count.
Hello there, my name is Damilola Ogunsi, also known as the Goldfish.
Hi, my name is Chiki Bright Emmanuel. I'm an actor and a filmmaker.
Hello, peeps. My name is Yomi E. Adejumo.
Hi, everyone. I'm Paul Utomi.
Hi, everyone. My name is Stacey Benjamin, and this is Voice of the People TV.
I need you to keep it locked to VOP TV. See, are you looking for good entertainment? You want to get good movies, good music, politics, talk shows, sports and entertainment. You really want a channel that gives you everything you need without you having to run around. VOP is where you are. That's Voice of the People.
If you're not listening to this, you're not one of us, and you deserve to be killed. Scrap chat. Don't be killed, but watch it. Or I'll find you, and I want you.
And you are locked on VOP TV. Don't go nowhere. This is where the juice is. This is where all you need for entertainment, politics, movies, and whatnot.
And keep watching VOP TV.
So keep it locked because I'm locked already, man, and it's money back guarantee. So you're gonna have a good time because I do.
And please keep watching VOP TV.
I won't want to actually, I beg you, subscribe, watch it. If not, Whatever you see, you see.
You better not touch that die, because VOP is the plot.
The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz, music, fashion, interviews, and more. Spotlight on Voice of the People Television. Let's feed you with all the juicy stories in the global entertainment space, bringing you the glitz and glamour as it is hot. Stay tuned to Spotlight, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. Spotlight on VOP TV. Entertainment like never before.
Where every voice, every soul, every sound comes together in harmony. This is Gospel Fusion. This is Gospel Fusion. From the streets to the steeple, from the young to the wise. With every nation, with a sound that never dies. Hop together, never dies. Heartbeat of revival. Let the Spirit lead the way. Every reverend, every language, praising God in every way. This is Gospel Fusion.
Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon, and I'm excited to be here as always. I bid you welcome to Gospel Fusion Live. And, well, my name is David E. So today, I'm excited because it's the 8th day in the month of March, 2026, and it is International Women's Day. And today we say Happy International Women's Day to all of our amazing women out there. Well, so before we get to the show proper, I want to read out a tribute to the most beautiful women